young boy.
How you doing, guys? This is going to be very short because I'm not going to take much time because I don't see as if there's much to talk about, to be honest. So it's the Champions League game. If you're in England, it's going to be played at 8 o'clock. I don't know what time it's going to be played elsewhere, but we're just going to do a preview. My main focus on this preview is the lineup. It's not basically talking about the game in general because I don't think, let's see, Foden is back in training, Savio is back in training. Don't really know who's injured at this moment in time. I don't know, unless any of you know, but I don't know who's injured at this moment. But according to the videos, when I was watching the videos for the Champions League training, the training videos, I did not see anybody injured at all. Majority of the players were on the pitch and they were training. So it's not one of those that it's all about who's fit. It's about who we're going to play. Because if you remember, after this game, we're going to play Watford. Then after Watford, we're going to play Arsenal. How you doing, Carl? Are you here?
Yes, Patrick. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm well. I'm busy, but I have time to give you some minutes.
Yeah, I was saying this is not going to be a long preview because I just want to focus on the lineup because I'm pretty sure that's what everybody wants to focus on.
Yeah.
Because of the games we're playing within few days. So who do we rest and who do we play? But so far, I think I haven't heard anybody's injured.
Yeah, but even before that, I mean, when the draw was made for this Champions League, I thought I would like it. When I look at it more, I don't really like this group stage thing.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, I changed my mind. I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like the whole this whole setup where it's like
no, I don't like it.
Premier League or League.
I don't like it. I don't like the way it is because what's happening is it's so when the top 8 qualify, the person who comes first in the group plays somebody who's like number 9 easy. So imagine if you can't play someone twice in the group stage, like Bayern Munich, for example. Let's say they beat this people 9-2. Now they're top of the league. So let's say that they now win their games 1-1, 1-1, 1-0, or they draw. All of a sudden, they not get to play somebody who's easy in the round of 16. Meanwhile, if Liverpool, who had to play Madrid, who had to play Milan, had to play like tough games, they may come third in the group. They get a harder round of 16 because it's all seeded. So the imbalance is there already. Are you following me? So let's say we have Juventus, we have Inter Milan. Let's say we win 1-2-1. Win 1-0. They're tougher games for us than what Bayern have. But because they're tougher games, we don't get the goals that we wanted. We now be maybe 3rd or 4th in the group, which means we now play a tough team in the who are 9 through 16 or 17 because of the performance against those opponents. As opposed to the old way, which was okay, you're top in you won the league, you're top seed. You get easy teams. And then the round of 16, because you won the league, your group, you can play an easier team and get a bye almost. So it makes it a little easier because you've earned that spot. Now, it's not because Liverpool have to play Madrid, have to play Milan, have to play, I think, Dortmund or some tough team. They may not get 9 points. They may get 7 points or 6 points. But Bayern have an easy group. Madrid had Stuttgart at home, easy. So I don't like it. I thought I'd like it. I don't like it. I think it's all about making money for UEFA, and I just don't like the way. When you just increase the money, you don't have to play games. Increase the pot. Just increase the pot. Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Okay, cool. Okay, Brian, that's Carl's saying on the whole tournament. Some people seem to be enjoying the tournament because basically things are going with high scoring games. Tony says big up to you, Tony. Pat already giving excuses. No, I'm not giving excuses. I was just trying to say with the games that are being played at this moment in time, like do we how do we play the team? Like which team is going to play tonight? Because it shows that how is it going to rotate. So that's going to be my focus for this preview. It's going to be based on rotation. Nothing else but just rotation.
There's no need to rotate, mate. I mean, just go full strength. Go full strength again on Sunday.
So you just go full strength for this game?
Yeah. There's no need to rotate. Win it, and then go again on Sunday.
Okay, grand. Yeah. So, but Watford, you're going to rest.
Watford, play the kids against Watford. What do you want to do with the Carabao Cup?
Yeah.
Because what will happen, Patrick, in December? You're going to have more games. There's going to be a week where you have Carabao Cup and you have Champions League on the same day. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You want to play Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League, and a Club World Cup? Play the kids, man. Let United go win Carabao Cup. Let them go win Carabao Cup. Let them have it.
Yeah,
play Barnsley and someone. And for those Arsenal fans who are out there, it's not an excuse. Even if we have the kids, we're still going to beat you, man. It's to the title. So it's about mentality.
Okay,
so
cool.
This story of Arsenal fans trying to create one kind of, we're not at the same level as you. We're not on the same level, guys. We're not City at a different level compared to Arsenal. We're just different. Way clear. Not even a joke.
Yeah, let me read this. This game is not going to be an easy game, and I don't think Inter will pack the bus at the Etihad. I think it might be the hardest game of our UCL campaign. Juventus were not good versus PSV, and PSG is just look, Look, if they don't pack the bus, it's good. I would like teams to come to the Etihad and play football. I'd rather a team come and attack and attack and attack. That would be good. So Gundogan and Kyle Walker on the wings, nah, it's not happening. Gaga, okay, yeah, don't rotate, disrespect Arsenal. We will see Sunday.
Well, Arsenal have a game on Thursday, though. Don't they have a game on Thursday?
They have a game on Thursday.
So, I mean, you should be worried about Arsenal. You should be worried because if you go to Atalanta and disrespect them, they're going to beat you.
Yeah.
Right. And then you have to come to the Etihad again, and then we'll beat you on top again. So, you worry about your own problems. We're at home.
Ryan says Grealish is due a goal.
Yeah,
so, Hung, what do you think of what do you think of this game? I said I'm going to go straight to the lineup because I think the lineup is more important for me for this game than the preview because there's no injuries at all, and there's to be honest with you, there haven't been and it hasn't been anything dramatic to discuss prior to this intergame. It's been quite straightforward. Everything is straightforward. There's all the time when we're having a game, we're like, oh, somebody's injured. Who are we going to play? But now it's a full squad. So, but first of all, how are you doing yourself, and how are you feeling about this game? How are you confident about this game?
Yeah, how you doing, Patrick? Thank you for inviting me on the stream, of course. I think I'm pretty relaxed going into tonight's game. I think if the boys turn up, they'll win. I mean, they know it's the first game. Important to get off to a good start. Seeing how other teams did last night, it's going to be interesting to see this new format and see how it works for not just us, but for the rest of the teams in Europe. So I'm pretty much looking forward to it. Of course, I'll be at work, but as my watch, I'll be on alert at all times. So that way I'll never miss a game. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. And if I'm correct, I just read into the fact that Inter may not play a strong lineup because they've got the Milan derby this weekend. But I know for a fact whatever lineup Inter will put out, it will still be a strong team. I know they'll make it tough for us tonight, but I think as long as we turn up and do the business, then we win.
Big up. Look, everybody, as Carl said, this format is actually making it very. I think it's making it very complicated for a lot of people, and the fact that I think there's a lot of games, as most players have been saying. But I think everybody will see. Look, at the end of the day, it's the beginning, Carl. And somebody said some teams might take the beginning games as not seriously. They'll say, look, we'd rather prioritize our own league, because it's more, we don't want to lose a game in that. But it is what it is, man. I think teams will find a way to play. And this format is not exciting, as Carl said. It's useless. It's just giving people too much headaches for no reason. The old format, I never saw an issue with it. So we'll see. Anyway, we'll see. Anyway, let's move on. Let me say back four. I think Pep will rest.
Why don't we start with the front three? I think that was
let me share this. So guys, we're gonna do the lineup. As I said, we're not gonna really focus. Like, there's not really much to talk about this game. All we want to do is win the first game. Because when you win the first game, it's a good start. A lot of the big teams have won their first games. Even though, if you can see the Madrid game, they were very lucky. I think with Stuttgart, we're very. If they didn't have Courtois on that goal, Courtois was very good for the goal. But I hate Madrid, man. There's always something that happens with them, no matter how much
Madrid
pressure.
Madrid is very simple, Patrick. Madrid is very simple. When you want to kill him, kill him. Don't give him a chance.
Yeah, I think Stuttgart. If Stuttgart took their chances yesterday, I think Madrid is in trouble.
Yeah, when you're on their neck, finish them off. Don't give them a breathe. If you breathe them a breath, they'll come back. They're like a vampire. But
okay, cool. So let's start with the front. So what's the front? I'm pretty sure it's Haaland here.
So here's some things I think. Right, you cannot play a holding midfielder playing left wing against a back five.
Yeah,
cannot.
Yeah,
you cannot pick a guy who doesn't create or score and play him at left wing. You can't against a back five Inter Milan. You just cannot. In my opinion, you need to have creativity, versatility, speed, and the fear to push back the wing backs back. If you play Jack Grealish on the left wing, we will struggle. It's just fact. So for me, it is going to be Savinho and Doku against their wing backs. In my opinion.
Definitely.
I'll leave it to Juan. What do you think?
I agree, because if you think about it, Savinho and Doku, they're not going to be like double teamed away. Maybe midfielders in a way, like the little midfield could do that. But I think if Savinho or Doku manage to isolate their fullbacks one-on-one, I think they'll believe in themselves. They'll get past this game like that. Because I don't think Dumfries is playing tonight, if I'm correct. It's like to be Darmian at right back, and at left back, DeMarco's injured, so he's not in the squad. So I think it's Carlos Augusto that will play tonight at left back.
So you're looking for speed. What about yourself, Pablo? What do you think? So we're looking at Savinho, Haaland, and Doku to go with players
I agree.
Because they pack the bus. They have to go. Not the pack the bus. They have with 5 at the back as they always play. You need somebody to break them down.
Yeah, I agree. I said big up to the panel, by the way. Big up to everybody. Everybody
you.
subscribe. I think Doku and Savio, we need to be more direct with these guys because they are going to sit back. And I'm going to go with that front three. And then I think for the second half, towards the end, maybe bring on Jack Grealish just to control the game a bit.
Yeah, agree.
That's probably it, to be honest.
And probably the reason why I kind of agree with you is and Huang is, the strength of how they play is the wing back system, right?
Yeah.
Those wing backs that can play through it's a 3 and a 2. You play through 3 in the middle, and you play out to the wing backs, and they attack and join the front 3, which becomes a 5, right? Or 4, because they play 3-5-2, which 2 when the wing backs join them, then it becomes a 3. Then you have the midfield, and you have the 4 in front. If you can pin them back by having explosive, dynamic wingers as well who are a threat, then we can create more chance to score goals. Then the counter-attack becomes less. If you play a controlling winger on either side, they're not afraid. Like, what are you going to play back inside? And then to me, just shoot ourselves in the foot, in my opinion.
It's all about the midfield. This is where it's going to be interesting, though. Because also Pep Guardiola loves to play Bernardo Silva in big Champions League games. Is he going to drop him now? Because obviously we dropped him. So what's going to happen in that midfield? Because we've got Gundogan, we've got Kovacic, we've got Rodri, we've got Foden,
we've got
KDB. So who's going into this midfield?
Does Foden make this midfield? Given the fact he hasn't even played 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
I don't think so, in my opinion. I think he'll probably come off the bench tonight because he needs time to get back to match fitness. I don't think this is the ideal game for him to get his match fitness back. So for me personally, I would probably put Bernardo Silva in there and De Bruyne in the midfielders.
Hamza, we know one person's guaranteed to start, right? We know who he is, the Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think it's going to be Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and De Bruyne. I think that's going to be the 3. I don't see Foden starting. I don't see Gundogan starting. I see Gundogan coming off from the bench, maybe with possibly Kovacic. But I don't know. I don't think he's even going to change that. I think it's going to be Bernardo, Rodri, and De Bruyne. That's my opinion. What do you think, Gundo?
I think so too, bro. I think so. I think we've learned enough about the manager and this team to understand, for the most part, how we would, unless he throws a monkey in the wrench.
Says Gundogan isn't the same player anymore. Still good though. I think he's good. I think Gundo is still good. I think he's good enough. Ortega will start. I don't think so. I doubt it. Back 4, I think Pep will rest Akanji. Midfield with Rodri, Gundo, and Phil. Doku, Bernardo are likely to start in this game. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. So Gundo from the bench, Foden from the bench. I read that one already. With Savio and Doku on the wing, we don't need much creativity from midfield. What do you think of that? Words by Don Smoke. He says, with Savio and Doku on the wing, we don't need much creativity from the midfield.
So what do we need in the midfield then, Don Smoke? Yeah. What do you think? What do we need in the midfield?
Is he trying to say, I don't know, is he trying to say that's a good thing though?
I think it's too one-dimensional if you rely on the wings to create, because you need a bit of creativity from a little bit of everywhere, including the midfield. If it's on the wings only, then that's too one-dimensional. Inter Milan will eventually figure it out, and they'll cut off that.
So,
that one.
He says stability, so
it won't be able
to. Hong, he says stability. So, Hong, what do you think he means by stability? Are you trying to say you're going to put Kova, Gundo, Rodri in there just to keep things?
Too much control. If that happens, I think having De Bruyne there will obviously not lack creativity, obviously, but it'll boost the creativity because if you just rely on the wingers,
You do need
can't
KDB in that
satisfy.
midfield, don't you? Whether
you
you
need De
still...
I mean,
Bruyne,
the truth is, I think to Hamza's point, right? The stability and Don Smoke comes with De Bruyne and Bernardo. They're stable, right? And Bernardo plays that 6-6. He plays the 10, plays the 8. He can run around, keep control, weave the magic in midfield. De Bruyne is more of the explosive, high risk kind of player who will take chances. So you need the cover from both Rodri and Bernardo to cover for him. So I think that's good balance. If you don't put Bernardo there, if you don't put De Bruyne there, you put Kovacic, Rodri, and Bernardo, then you lack the creativity to create those chances for Haaland and for the wingers. So I think Hamza and Hwang are right that these three are probably what you need in that. I agree with them. Unless, of course, Dosmo, you want to put Jack in midfield then? You want to put Jack instead of Bernardo? Is that what you want to do? Jack will give you stability.
Well, are you putting Jack in midfield in this game?
Well, I mean, he talks about stability, right? Jack is stable in the midfield. Doesn't lose the ball.
Jack would be very good in the 8. We said this at the start, I remember.
He doesn't lose the ball.
I think Pep needs to try it one game. He needs to try it.
He needs to do it.
He needs to do it more. He needs to do it, man.
I've always said Jack for me
good.
is on the left wing. He's not. That's his option. He needs to be in the midfield.
Yeah,
I agree because
on the wing either.
Yeah, because I don't think you're going to get anything from him on the wings. I think if you put him in the midfield, that's where the stability will come from. Because I think Doku. Listen, he's pretty much, well, for me, and I think from Carl's point of view, I'm not speaking for him. This is what he told me many times. Doku is making that left wing spot his own, and I think because he didn't play in the weekend against Brentford, this is the opportunity tonight in the biggest stage in the world in front of a global audience that he's ready to say, I am here and this left wing spot is mine.
We'll see. I mean, he has to improve his end product, right? His end product is poor, to be fair. He does all that work, he needs to deliver that final ball.
Not disagreeing with that.
Yeah,
not disagreeing with that.
Right. If he doesn't do it, he's going to end up, being sold.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that one. So I think Doku. I mean, in all fairness to him, he said it publicly that every game he plays, he watches to see where he can improve his game. So I think, look, he's got everything: the pace, the power. He just needs to, if he can tune up that end product of his, he's definitely,
Okay, so go ahead, Con. Finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say to you, I love Doku. I mean, now that the first season, he's bedded in his first season, Doku has no excuses. He's got to kick on. And he ended the season very, very strongly when he scored the goal in the FA Cup final. So now he's got to keep it going. And I thought he played well in the first couple of games. Against Chelsea, he played very, very well. And and I think West Ham he did very well as well. So I think he just needs to keep it going from there as well. And I think tonight he'll start, and this is his opportunity. And I just got a feeling Doku's is probably gonna pull off with a goal and assist tonight.
Yeah. So, Mr. Don't Smoke, you said you've come here to defend your case. So what is your case?
Afternoon or evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
I missed you, my brother. I missed you. Have you been?
Good afternoon. Long time.
Yeah, man. It's been a while. Now, the thing is, in reality, when you look at that formation, it's not 4-3-3. It's 4-2-4, because KDB is gonna join the front four. That's what he's there for, right? And the thing is, you have two high risk, high reward wingers who will most likely lose the ball every now and again. That's what they're there for, to create the chances. Now, the thing is this: Bernardo, as much as he plays in midfield, is not a sitter. Bernardo loves to press, and he will look for the ball, right? Eights basically are your ball winners high up the pitch. So that means Rodri stays alone, right, in the 6. Now, the thing is this: if we lose the ball high up, Walker's not playing. It's a counter-attack. Milan will have pace, right? Inter will have pace. So now it's a thing of, unless you're looking for a high-scoring game where we're trying to outscore them.
So who do you play midfield then?
So it's a matter of, if you play KDB, then I would say play Kovacic. So you have two sitters in midfield, whereby Rodri will play defensive 6 and Kovacic can play attacking 6. Because Kovacic is more disciplined in midfield than Bernardo.
No, really?
Yes, I'm in
I
terms
don't
of
think so.
no.
I think it's the other way around.
No. Bernardo has more energy. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying position. Okay, wait. There's positional discipline and then there's energy. Bernardo has more energy than Kovacic. So it seems as if he's more disciplined because he has a higher rate of recovery. Whereas Kovacic only goes up with the ball on his feet. It is rare to see Kovacic up the field without the ball on him. He normally drives with the ball and then he may lose the ball up there. But whereas Bernardo can go up without having the ball. So that's a positional thing.
I don't know. I mean,
but Don, if you have Rodri sitting back, Kovacic can't really be doing the running in the midfield, running around in the midfield. That's going to be Bernardo's job. He'll be running around doing the dirty work. Then Rodri will sit back a bit and, protect the defense. I think if you have Kovacic in there, I think the midfield's a bit too slow. What do you guys think?
No, it may be slow, but it's more protected, right? There's a reason why we seemed more stable.
I think it's more protected with Bernardo Silva there. I don't.
No. There's more recovery pace. There's a difference, right? There's recovery pace, and then let me give you an example. Take Kante for example, right? Kante may be allowed to be positionally indisciplined because he covers so much ground. Bernardo will cover more ground than Kovacic. That's a fact. But if you were to see his average position on the field, Bernardo will be higher than Kovacic. That's what I'm trying to say.
It depends on what the instructions are, Don Smoke. It doesn't mean that. I mean, it's because they play into instructions. That's why. I've seen Bernardo play double 6 next to Rodri, Liverpool away, many times. I've seen him play that, dropping in to become the one who receives the ball from Ederson sometimes. So I think he can do it.
I agree with you.
If in a game like this, first game Champions League, do you really want to play Kovacic and drop Bernardo to the bench?
Let me ask you a question, right, Carl? Gundo, I agree with you. He can play that, but who did we have 2 attacking wingers? One thing about Bernardo is he's attracted to the ball.
So you want to play Bernardo on the wing then? Is that what you want to
do? So the reason I'm saying is this, right? Bernardo is a ball winner, right? In terms of you can bait Bernardo into a press because he's used to. No. There's a reason why Pep pays him on the right.
No. Bro, I don't agree with that one at all. Yeah.
2 attacking wingers.
The problem I have the challenge I have with, I get the idea of trying to put Bernardo on the wing. If we play Bernardo and Jack on the wing, we won't score goals.
Yeah, it's too much control.
That's never the solution. Anything with Jack on the wing.
Yeah, not against a back 5. With a back 5 like Inter who are disciplined, you need creativity 1v1. You have to have that creativity. You may lose some balls, but you need to have that creativity. Those 2 guys are not quick enough on the wings to be able to do that, in my opinion. But I could be wrong.
Gundo, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying have 4 attackers in 2 direct wingers and KDB behind them to supply ball to Haaland. That I agree with you. All I'm saying is Bernardo becomes redundant for me if you're gonna have 4 attacking players.
Yeah, but his work rate and his energy is superior to what's his name? To Kovacic. It's way superior. He covers more ground, it's faster, he's way superior, right? So don't you need that to balance the De Bruyne factor, the risk?
If he was going to play, the thing is, it's a good problem to have in the sense that if KDB was injured, right? I'm like, okay, play Bernardo and Savio both on the right side, one behind the other, right? Because it gives you more you become more dynamic. But if you're gonna play KDB, Savio, and Bernardo on the same side, I feel as if we become too imbalanced on the other side. That's my opinion.
It's fair. We'll see what the manager does. It's a fair argument. I think they're fair arguments. I just feel like you have all your play. Just go play the game, make a statement, win 2-0, 3-0. Yeah, this is probably the toughest game of match day one, of all the teams. Right, 2 champions. It's not Stuttgart or AC Milan or Young Boys or something. This is Yeah, two
But DeMarco's not playing today. He's actually
Marco's injured, mate.
He's injured. He's not in the squad. Didn't travel to Manchester.
Okay, so we have Kimber. So Kimber, what do you
And I
think?
think-
Is Kimber? Can you hear us, Kimber?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. So you missed. There was a bit of
Yeah,
a
we can hear
debate
you.
between the lads. They're saying John Smoke thinks that Bernardo should be replaced by Kovacic to have more stability in the midfield, and the guys think Bernardo Silva is more suited for this game in the midfield because he offers tracking back and running around, and obviously he can also play disciplined role. So what do you think yourself?
I think that I'm really not sure. I think Bernardo could be good could be good there instead of Kovacic, but it's also a little bit of a risk. I think in regards to it's not really where he normally fits the best in. I think, but as an option, yeah. Of course, it also depends on what way are Inter setting up at. I mean, I've heard that they might be setting up to park the bus, or they might be trying to play more of a possession ball, same as Pep has done in or Pep likes to do. So, yeah, but
Wait. So what do you think of the lineup so far? Good.
yeah, so far
Very
it's good. Yeah,
Very good.
it's good.
You don't have
attacking
to agree.
forward.
No, you can always say it's not good.
Don't rule out who?
Listen to John Smoke. John Smoke is funny. It says, afternoon, hope you are big up to you, Mankinian Way. Go subscribe to Mankinian Way. He's, I think, getting to 10K or something. Says, don't rule out Marketing today. No, I don't see that. I don't see it,
No,
Martin.
I don't see that. Champions League. big
I don't
game.
see it.
Oh,
I think we
see
should rule him out for Watford. Maybe Watford.
I guess the
Inter,
question is if McAtee comes in for who though? Who does
that's
he
what
come
I'm
in for?
saying. Who does Marketing come in
No
for
one.
in this game? I doubt it.
At left back,
I don't see it.
McAtee
Yeah,
will
I
definitely
like the boy.
start
I like the
against
kid.
Watford.
Yeah, it's for who? That's the question.
Exactly. He will start against Watford on Tuesday. That's a definite.
Yeah.
110%.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely
And I
gonna
think-
start.
And I
Yeah.
think McAtee, he will definitely start in the lesser Champions League games later on the campaign. I could definitely see him start against Sparta Prague at home and Club Brugge if we wrap up the group already. Sorry, the league phase.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
But I don't
That's the
see
nonsense.
Market is starting the Inter game, and who's so? Yeah, this okay. Let me understand this, Martin. You're telling me that a first Champions League game, Pep would say, De Bruyne, Silva, all of you sit down. Gundogan, sit down. He even goes down that list. Foden, sit down. But Market is start. Nah, I doubt it. I doubt it. As Martin, this one, if this happens, Martin, then you know something else. We don't know. Only reason I say it is I got told he was on the Shape 11 yesterday
Shape
training.
11 yesterday training.
But I think Foden might be coming in at halftime for KDB. Possibly.
Yeah, that's
like the
Possibly.
same thing as he did with Rodri in the last game.
Yeah, that might be true. So okay, so you're saying that only reason I say it because I got told he was on the Shape 11 yesterday training. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Okay, if he does it, Pep, I'll be shocked because it's like that says, okay, Gundogan, you sit down. Foden, you sit down. There's a big list to sit down for Marketing to come on. Unless you know what, Pep is crazy. You never know. Carl says you get on the Shape 11. Carl says apparently you understand what he means by
Get
Shape
me on
11.
Shape 11. We'll get me on Shape 11. What does that mean?
I think you and him are both on the Shape 11. That's what it means.
So Patrick, I think for the back four, I like to think Rico Lewis deserves to keep his starting place, so I think he should start right back.
I won't fight against that. To be honest with you, my best friend Carl Walker, the more he speaks and the more he plays football these days. Today, every player Don't Smoke is saying there's too many games. Carl Walker comes out and says, "What too many games?"
Yeah,
My guy.
That guy, man. That guy
Awful this past
is.
6
You
months.
can't. That guy
My
is.
God.
Hamza,
I
his
don't-
emotional intelligence is. I don't know. I don't know. He's not captain material. I'm sorry. The guy's not captain material.
Yeah, he's not captain material
He's
at all,
not
man.
captain
He's not.
material.
He needs.
Yeah.
You see him
I
go
think,
to
the
like-
one,
Dortmund, I think. He's not gonna stay.
Yeah, for me personally, it's
I
like,
mean,
listen,
We've
it's-
got Rico Lewis now. Rico
think
Lewis is the
Rico
Walker
Lewis-
replacement, in my opinion.
yeah, Rico Lewis, he deserves to keep his starting place. Like, what has he done wrong to warrant him being dropped so far from the games?
Maybe because he didn't have a. Yeah, go ahead.
Can we all collectively agree that Akanji is now the best centre back in our club?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
No,
I accept it. No, I'm with that. And I made a list,
I'm
and
not
people
with
were laughing, and other City fans are telling me to take it down. I think he's one of the best defenders in the league, and I think he's been underrated just because it's Akanji and he came for Dortmund. But if you think about it, at the Euros, the best defender at the Euros was Akanji. And if you think, forget about this recent game they had where they got smoked while they had the other team with 10 men. But Akanji has been so stable. Spain, yeah, that was embarrassing.
Spain, yeah.
But Akanji has been so stable. The fact is, we allow other teams to hype the mediocre defenders. We ignore the fact that Akanji hasn't set a foot wrong for
But
Man
Akanji's not the
City.
best one. Come on.
Okay. Who would you say is the best? Who's no? Diaz
He's talking about now.
I think, in my
Yeah.
opinion,
2-3 years ago, Diaz, yeah. You can't be the best defender when you're always on your bum, right? Tackling.
Yeah, but I feel that Akanji and Diaz is still our best
pairing.
defense there.
Yeah. Kimber, if
agree with that.
you're not going to play Kyle Walker at right back, you need Akanji's recovery pace.
Thank you.
You know, I
Because
agree with for sure.
If you want that,
But he's out right now.
Yeah, Diaz and
unfortunately,
Akanji,
so-
I can agree with.
I think with Akanji is like, I think the reason why he doesn't get the credit he deserves from me, I just think it's because like I don't think he's the type of person that likes to be in the limelight a lot. Doesn't do a lot of interviews, in my
Agreed.
opinion. Yeah, he
Yeah.
loves to. If you ask him what he does off the pitch, he just spends time with his family. He just recently became a dad for the third time to his daughter. Just had a daughter recently as well, so he just spent time doing that. And he's a very quiet human. He's very quiet off the pitch. He's not a very loud type of person. He's quite chilled. Like what he does off the pitch is he's just
But he likes
he listens to
he,
he likes to listen to
Yeah.
rap music a lot in his car,
And do
and
math.
he does love doing mathematics, and he just likes
Yeah,
to spend
his
time with his kids. That's
mathematics-
what he
So
does.
he's living a good life. So it's just like one of the lads is living his life. It says Pep puts his 11 into shape the day before, and he's in it. But again, not saying he will start. Just he's in contention. That's all. Okay, I get where you're coming from. I got where you come from.
Yeah.
Akanji's not much of an attention seeker. He just likes to.
Yeah.
He just does his job.
No.
That's all he does.
That's what I like. I like players who do that. Players who are just there to do that job. And those are the type of people you should appoint captain. So, Gil Ake, how are you doing, Gil Ake? Long time. Fozzie says, let's go. Congrats for you, man. You guys beat AC Milan, man. I thought AC Milan were going to win for a minute, but I see that poor and they're in bad shape.
Yeah,
Mankinian
I saw
says
that too.
Rico deserves to start 100%, but he won't play 60-plus games. We will still need Walker. Yeah, that's true. Walker will be needed.
Oh.
Mankinian way, we can't start Rico this game. We need Walker because Inter got fast players. Can I ask something? I'm going to start with Kimber. How long are we going to just continue saying the reason why we need Walker is pace? How long are we going to continue this song? Because eventually there's a time you have to say, look, Rico Lewis, I've seen Rico play against Salah. Am I the one who saw him play against Salah? I've seen him play against ballers who are like difficult. Obviously, I haven't seen him against Vinny, but everybody seems to be scared of Vinny. But Salah was also in his top form when Rico stopped Salah. But when are we going to stop saying the only reason why we need Walker is because of fast players? When is it going to rest?
Well.
Yeah.
I think I want you to. Sorry, I was going to say, Rico Lewis played against Nkuku, Neto. He played against Kudus, and he played against those three players. And they're not slouches. They are three very, very fast wingers, and and guess what? They all started. They all play for their country as well. And Rico Lewis, I can definitely say he didn't do that. Oh, sorry, and he did play against Rashford in the Community Shield, and he did well against him as well. So I think Rico Lewis is more than able to handle his own against players of that caliber. And I think when the time comes, if we do face Vinicius, Pep will probably make a decision. But I like to think, how are you going to know if Rico Lewis can handle Vinicius if you don't give him the opportunity to do it? And he's not that type. And Rico Lewis, he ain't afraid of challenges, and he's not afraid of wingers. And I think with Rico Lewis, it's like, I think, yeah, he may not be fast as Walker, but his footballing IQ is the reason why not many wingers can get past him.
Kimber, go ahead.
No, I agree with that. But I think that you need to, as I would say, you can stop using Walker when his pace is slowing down. Right now, it's still there. He's still able to go up against the best, especially like players like Vinny and who has that that explosion pace. So I think we still need to keep him for a little bit longer. But once we notice, but I don't think he has too many years left in his legs. That is, I don't think the pace is going to last too much longer, just because of, unfortunately, nature has its turn. But I would say probably, I think this will be his last season as being really to have the full pace. I think we will see more slow down next season.
Okay.
But,
anyone else?
for this,
go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
no. But for this game, I think that I think it's good to start with who we have with Lewis, and then possibly see if we need it, we would put Walker in if we would need to, or if he needs to get some minutes.
Yeah, I was thinking that it was many times we keep talking about Walker. Go ahead.
I think last season we saw already the decline in Walker in terms of his thinking and his pace as well, in the sense that it's not as weight used to be. And you could see when he was trying to give people head starts, and instead of trying to run past him, they ran through him in the inside. Right now, I think most wingers have learned that let me not go one-on-one down the byline. Let me just go through him. Yeah. And that's how a lot of goals were scored last season in terms of the thinking. The problem with Walker is, when you're arrogant, but you're not really as good as you used to be, right? Yeah. You become a liability to your teammate. And that's what Walker is slowly becoming, right? A liability to, because it's that thing of whereby normally one-on-one, your teammates could trust you. So they didn't really have to cover ground for you. Whereas last season, you couldn't defend, you couldn't literally trust that he could cover his man, and you'd have to run in for him, and you concede a lot of goals. And now the thing is, the better teams will kill you, right? Because there were many games whereby they became draw because of a stupid mistake. Spurs was one, Newcastle. There were so many, right? Whereas with Lewis, as much as he may not be faster than Walker or match his pace, he has a better footballing brain than his. He knows how to use his body, how to defend better, the spaces and whatnot. And hence, it's that thing of whereby with Akanji next to Rico, because remember when we won the treble, Akanji played right back. He was the fourth center back on the right.
Yeah.
And no one missed Walker. Right. So I think we're in a phase of phasing him out. Right. We're slowly phasing him out.
No,
one of the key things when you're phasing someone out, you need to reduce the amount of responsibility that they have slowly and gradually. It's almost like a handover. You can think when you're leaving a company that you work for, there's a handover process whereby you have someone shadowing you and you don't do as much as you used to do before. And I think we should be in that process and starting from the Champions League, whereby in the bigger games, you only play Walker maybe in the second half if things are going bad, or to show up shop, but not as to start the game.
I agree with that because. Sorry, I was going to say to you about Walker is like, you have to think of it this way. Like he needs to think of it this way. He's 34 now. He's getting on a bit as well, and like you have to think about like. There comes a time and a point where even legends have to step aside for other players to write their own legendary story. And Rico Lewis, this is his season to cement himself as a starter. This is his third season as a first teamer. But I think the first 2 years more like he was just, learning the ropes, just feeling himself win. But this season, this is like, no, this is my season. I'm going to cement myself as a starter. And I think Carl Walker, I think he'll support that in my opinion. And I think he'll accept the fact that he won't play as many games as he wants to, because you have to think about 34. I think about it's like, and Rico Lewis so far, he's been amazing so far, and I don't think he deserves to be dropped because his performances have been incredible, and he deserves his start in a big Champions League game like tonight, and he's definitely going to do well tonight, in my opinion.
I think so too. I think that which I said that I think that with Kyle Walker, the good thing with Kyle Walker, I think, is that he's definitely a team player. He does what the team wants him to do. Yeah, he has a little bit of an ego, but all players have that ego within them. But I think that my worries with Rico Lewis, I think it's more. I'm always a little bit worried with Lewis because he's so small. That's my only worry with Lewis. But I think that the one thing I wanted to say was that I think that we also have to remember that I felt that majority of our players last season was playing with a little bit of a hangover after having done the treble. Nobody was really, except for Foden and Foden and Rodri, of course, were really playing at top level. The rest, even Haaland and everybody else, they were playing with not their full strength, I feel. So, but we have to wait and see, of course, how this is. And so far, I think that everybody is showing how they're doing. But Walker and or the guys playing for England still needed, or I should say, still need some time to get used to playing club football. It looks like, because they've been looking a little bit rusty and not really been picking up as quickly as we normally see them picking up. But I think they're coming quite nicely along, or at least against Watford. If we could do something that United did yesterday to Barnsley, and we do the same against Watford, I think that would be a good boost for the English players if they play.
That's fair. What about yourself? Let me just move it on from Walker. Pablo, so what do you want from this game? Like, what's the scoreline? What are you looking for? How are you looking for us to start? Because if you look at the results, everybody has started in a very fantastic way. So what are you looking at in this game yourself? I say as a City fan, not as in general, just yourself personally saying, I want to just, or do you say, I don't care if it's 2-0, 1-0, let's get the job done, move on?
Yeah, I want us to get the job done really and move on. I do want to see goals as well. We've got Doku there, we've got Savio, very direct wingers. We should get loads of goals. We've got Haaland here. He's only one goal away from breaking Cristiano Ronaldo's record. So, today could be another record today that could be broken. It's nuts. It's crazy. I think, we should go into the game. I'd say a 3-2 or 2-1. I'd say 2-1. I think it's going to be 2-1 today.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I was going to say to you about Haaland's record. You have to put this in perspective. It took Sergio Aguero 158 games to score 100 goals for City.
Yeah.
If Haaland does it tonight, it's 100 goals in 104 games. Like, you have to think of it this way. And you need to put this in perspective. Aguero has had the same service Haaland gets, but Haaland just makes the most out of it because just knows where to be as well.
But Aguero didn't have Grealish and Doku.
No, I'm talking about
David Silva.
Wait. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
No comment.
I see what you're trying to say. I see what you're trying to say. I know you're coming from this double subliminal what you're trying to say. Look, that's what I told somebody, that you know that people keep saying it's easy to just break records in this team. I was like, those players that were putting it on the plate and people are missing. I remember David Silva putting balls on the plate for most of our wingers, and our wingers would miss. And I remember KDB was supposed to break the record. I remember he wanted to surpass Thierry Henry. Do you remember that game where he put the ball through for Jesus and Raheem about 5 times and they all missed 1v1s? And KDB went like this. He was like, "What? This guy is so." This thing of people saying it's easy, you can become a tapping merchant at City. Don't Smoke has just given you the thing that there was David Silva in this team, there was Sane in this team who would break teams into pieces, and still people like let's look at this. Haaland came to City when KDB is not at his best. What if Haaland made that KDB from 2017? Because there was the KDB at 2017. Go watch his videos. This guy used to do passes that you're like, what the hell did he just do? I remember there's a pass he passed to Sane. Remember, Carl? It was against Stoke City. He killed the ball all the way from the halfway line. So Carl, this funny thing where they say Haaland is just enjoying himself.
Well, I mean, I was last night I was working on some video stuff, and I was watching in the background one of the City media things where they did like behind the scenes on City Plus, and they were showing Haaland. He was doing some work around finishing. So there are 2 members of staff in the box. There's 2v1 and the goalkeeper. Bro, this guy is this next level, man. The way he finishes, man, he's like an alien, man.
But Patrick, you can imagine Haaland with Aston Villa Grealish.
Yeah,
that's what.
Crazy.
Stop trying. You know what this guy is doing? He's giving us a fantasy, and then he's taking it away from me. This is what he's trying to do, because he knows that. Look, let's be honest. Aston Villa Grealish was cooking. He was putting good. Let me be honest. Aston Villa Jack Grealish, the way he used to put the ball. I know, but the way he used to put the balls for like the strikers, and the strikers used to miss. I'm saying he would also look good that side, but you know what? It is what it is. Grealish came to City. He's another player. I've accepted that. I have learned to accept that. So don't stop this where you give us a shining light and then take it away, because I see what you're trying to do.
Haaland's just he's for me the best striker in world football. He's for me.
He is. It's for everybody. Just that people are jealous. It is for everybody. I think because right now, if somebody. Did you hear about the Man United fan saying, "Oh, Haaland is a better footballer"? It's like, can we stop this better footballer thing? Because the striker is supposed to score goals, so we don't want to start seeing your striker doing nutmegs and missing.
And technically, go on.
Put this in perspective. Under Pep Guardiola, under Pep Guardiola, Aguero scored 82 Premier League goals. Haaland, in 5 seasons, Haaland has scored 72 goals in 2 seasons and a couple of games this season. I really want you to put this in perspective. Okay,
but I think that
what does that tell you about Haaland? Yeah, like
generational goal scorer.
He's honestly like I've never seen anything like it. I've had the privilege of watching him live a couple of times. I saw him again. The one game that stood out to me, it was the when we beat Luton 6-2 last season. I was there live.
Oh yeah,
crazy man. Like I saw him bearing down. I thought, yeah, you're putting this in the back of the net. And I saw Haaland celebrating in front of me, and I thought, yeah, you're the man. I've never seen anybody like you.
But the thing that everybody knows and everybody sees it, he is the goal scorer and the striker that you can't just compare to anybody else, and that's why I think it's wrong. You can't put him in the category with Messi, because that's 2 completely different styles of players. And I think it's wrong to say that. So when people tell me, well, Messi is so much stronger, I said, yeah, Messi is better, but they're different. It's completely different type of player. So you can't really put them next to one another in the same way. He is the purest and the best striker there is today, and nobody can touch him. And that's just a fact, and that's what all pundits, experts, and players say the same thing. The only ones who don't agree with it are fans of United, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Real Madrid.
Kimber.
Yeah.
Kimber,
I guarantee you, all these rival fans would, if they asked him, would they want Haaland in their team? None of them would say no. I can promise you that.
Go ahead, Smoke. Go ahead.
There's a reason why goal scorers get paid the highest amount of money in football.
Exactly.
It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence.
No, it's not.
That should tell you everything, because that's the hardest thing to do. Goals win you games.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And then
Oh,
and then Veta decides to show up at the end.
Big up
Anyway,
Veta, man.
because
Never-
Veta. Yeah,
Go Veta.
you know what? This guy does this purposely. He waits for the show to be about to end. Then he's like, you know what? I can see it's about to be 1 hour. Then I'm gonna milk the last 5 minutes. So Veta, what's your thought on this? What's your thought on this game? And what's your score prediction before we go around also and just ask people the score prediction? I know you say you have to see the lineup.
Yeah, but first things first, please hit the like button. Patrick's doing this thing. Amazing channel. Subscribe, and everybody on the panel. Good to see you guys. This game, is it too early to say that it's a must win? Is it too early to say that we need to go out and win this game?
Yeah. The reality is, Veta, is that the crappy UCL from UEFA is just terrible. Either which way you're going to qualify, either through the regular or through the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, out of 32 teams, you have to be top 16 and you qualify somehow, get a second shot.
I know, but if we get a chance to avoid playing additional games, and I've been listening to the players saying, you know what, the fixtures and what they have to do for club and countries a lot. So if we can avoid having to play those extra play-in games, let's do that. But again, the ego, we all have egos, right? We're all competitive because it's Inter, because they've been chirping ever since we beat them in Champions League. It would be nice. It'd be nice to get this win at home versus them. And score prediction, we know they're gonna make it mucky and nasty, and they're okay with it being a 0-0. They'd be okay with that. So I think we do the same thing. You see this man behind me. I think he causes problems. Whether he scores or not, he's gonna cause those problems, and I think we win a 1-0.
Yeah.
That's
I would like to see a lineup.
I talked to Patrick about I don't like this new. I thought I would like it. I actually don't like it. Because what's happening is that when you get to the round of 16, it's going to be based on seeding, right?
Yeah.
How you perform in the group stage. Now, if Bayern Munich slaps Dinamo Zagreb 7-9-2, and they get 1-1 and 1 here and there, all of a sudden Bayern Munich is top of the pile. When you go to the round of 16, they get an easy draw. Meanwhile, we get to play Juve, PSG, and Inter. Let's say we win out 1-1 and 1-0. Yeah, 9 points, but you have 3 goals. Goal difference makes a difference. You get a harder team in the round of 16. So the whole thing is just it's I don't like it. I thought I'd like it. I prefer the old way.
I think I see. I see what the organization's doing though. I see what the organization's doing, Gundo and Pablo. This encourages goals. Like this encourages everybody to go out, obviously to go out and win, because you have no idea what the other clubs are doing in their respective fixtures. And like you said, Gundo, it's about seeding. So it's not, there's no more calculations on, okay, we only need this many wins.
But Veta, I hear you, Veta, but then Bayern played Dinamo Zagreb 9-2. Do we play Zagreb and have the opportunity to respond 9-2 as well? We don't. Right?
No, but we have
to hope that when we play Bratislava, somehow we get 9-2. So all of a sudden, it's not apples and apples, right? This is the issue I have.
With that front four, we can score 9 goals. It's just what goes on the other side.
I hear you. I mean, that's fair. I'm just thinking about if you're going to make this the old way was you got your groups, top to go through. You can't play each other in the same federation. Round of 16, it's a more logical. This is just.
It's about money. It's about trying to increase the views, because they were like, it's not, the group stages used to be boring because people were playing for survival, whereby now it's all about entertainment and defeat the Super League.
Yeah, we'll see.
For me, look, I mean, this format is a bit of a mess in a way, but at the same time, for me, I've just got to give it a chance to see how this pans out. I mean, the fact that we play 8 different teams, 4 at home, 4 away. So I mean, like. And the thing is, like, for me, like, I'm pretty sure we'll pretty much finish in the top 8, and the teams that we're facing, I think, I'm not being disrespectful, but I think we should be able to beat them. Like, we've been in this situation before. I mean, of course, the tough tests are probably Juventus away and PSG away.
But we should beat them.
Yeah, but at the same time. We should be able to beat them.
Pablo is like, no, not Juve in 2024, isn't it? Not Juventus in 2024. Look, how is Juve though? How is Juve? Has anybody watched Juve? Did they watch them yesterday? How are they looking?
I watched the game.
They're a they're up and down this season, aren't they? They look kind of good, but they also look weak at the same time. So it's a little bit hard to say.
So they're
I think,
unpredictable.
I think they can look. They're definitely improved in the goal scoring part, but they do lose a bit of concentration. That's why PSV scored in the end against them. So they think the game's done, relaxed a bit, and there's not much. So I think it's a bit up and down. But I could definitely say they're a lot better than they were under Allegri. So I could definitely say that.
They've been horrible for a long time though.
Yeah.
They have.
So I think that's doing good. And I think with PSG, I know they've lost Mbappe, but I think it's still going to be a tough one because, in my opinion, because I think their main
Enrique
man
is
They've got some
building a
decent
team, yeah.
players. They've got some
And,
decent players.
and Enrique is building a good team, yeah. So what's your score prediction? Then we move to Pablo. What's your score prediction? Then we go to Pablo.
Me,
Yeah, today.
yeah. I'll go for 2-0 City tonight. I think
2-0 clean sheet. I haven't seen that in a long
clean
time.
sheet.
Yeah,
I need a clean sheet for the confidence boost.
Yeah.
I mean,
What about yourself, Pablo? What's your scoreline? Is Pablo with us? We finally give him the mic. He's frozen.
I think he froze.
Yeah. What about yourself, Kimbo? What's your scoreline?
I think it's going to be same as West Ham. I'm going for 3-1.
Oh, 3-1. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised for a 3-1.
Who's going to score? Lautaro Martinez?
I will say
Savio.
I will say that I will give Holland a double.
Okay.
Okay. I like
Okay.
that.
What about yourself, Pablo? What's your scoreline today?
I'm gonna go 2-1. 2-1 today.
Oh, 2-1. Lautaro Martinez scores?
Yeah,
Finally?
or maybe Marcus Thuram. I think Lauti's not been very good recently. The past 3 games, so I'm gonna go Marcus Thuram goal,
Lauti.
and then
Why are you
for us, I'm
calling him
gonna
that?
go Lauti, Lautaro Martinez. That's his.
Yeah, he's trying to give him a nickname.
I'm
Yeah,
just
so
used to it.
jinx him.
Why are you being all friendly?
trying
Why
to-
are y'all being all friendly?
Oh, hey, let him be. He's trying to jinx
Did I
him.
not say we were gonna win? I
He's
said
trying to
we were gonna
he's
win
trying to
anyway.
jinx him. What about yourself, Don? What do you see today?
If Bernardo plays 4-2, if Kovac plays 3-1,
Okay. I
Wow.
see that. You see it? Okay.
and then Lau
about
will
your-
score.
What about yourself?
Patrick, I have to run, so
yeah.
I have to
What's your
run.
prediction? Just throw your prediction and run.
I'm going with Kimba. I'm going with Smoke
3-1.
3-1.
Oh, 3-1. Okay. What about yourself?
Okay, guys.
Thank you very much, Carl, man. See you.
Yep. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. What about yourself, Veta? You already predicted, didn't you?
I did. 1-0. 1-0 is gonna be nasty.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a
1-0.
nasty 1-0 for
Oh,
us.
it's a
Yeah.
nasty
Oh,
one.
I don't want to see that. Like, I really don't want to see that in this open. You know what? If Inter decide to come and pack the bus, there's no point. I think with this setup of the Champions League, I think it's the best thing is even if you're home away, just play.
Yeah.
And that's why Stuttgart, I respected Stuttgart because they didn't care that they're at Madrid. Like, just play in this new setup. Play because if it's you have to score in this setup. It's like a league thing. You have to go and score. I don't think you're going to be good with just getting draws everywhere. I don't think you'll be
Yeah.
great. I don't know. Or maybe
This
is that the plan for other people? Get a draw away, then win at home.
I think for Inter, yeah. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of the Inter fans just wanting to just get a result, draw, or again mucky it up and maybe leave with a 1-0. They're not looking to really play attacking. They're just looking to make it as difficult as possible and get out of there. So
I don't know.
That's why
I just feel like with this new setup, you have to come and play football.
It's for
I would like
if you
to.
look at our the judge according to, or I shouldn't say according to, but I was listening to Judge Mo. He's predicting he has no expectation and just wants to get it done and over with.
Is that what he wants?
Yeah.
I don't
He's
judge.
expecting a loss. Is what he said.
yeah,
I don't Judge Mo was talking with chest like more saying after we won the Champions League, he thought Pep is destroying football. It was boring.
Patrick,
Yeah.
not all
But
chests are
he
big.
was
You can
upset
talk
and
with
mad,
chest, but
so-
if the chest is not big,
This guy, man. Okay. So about yourself, don't smoke. You've already predicted. So it's look, that's the end of the stream, guys. We'll do a reaction later on. But that's
Yeah.
it for me. I'm also seeing a 3-1. I think Inter will score. It's just for the past few years, I haven't seen City so stable. They were stable during the treble season, I think so. That was the last time I saw them stable with the clean sheets and stuff. But these days, a clean sheet doesn't mean anything to City. And the goals are funny. All the goals that has been scored against City these days are just funny goals. We're back to being given funny goals. Remember, there's a season where we used to just have these first shot on target, funny goal. I bet you that's what's going to happen in the Inter game. We'll have all the ball, and I wouldn't be surprised if Inter score first and everybody starts panicking.
Yeah.
And early, they keep getting scored on early in games. It's frustrating, man.
How long did Ipswich also scored early, didn't they? Ipswich also scored
early.
Yeah,
Ipswich was mad early. It was like,
those guys. The thing is that they start football so calm because they know they're gonna win the game. So that's all. That's what somebody said. It's like this issue with City. I think they do know they're gonna win the game, so they're so relaxed. So when somebody just hits them, it's as if it's, oh my god, these guys are serious. Because I think if a team actually went serious and just took those chances at the beginning, I think we'd be looking at ourselves 2-0. Because I've seen City saying, "What are you doing?" They only wake up later on, which is not great. Because Madrid had a season like this. Was it last season or the other season? Madrid was actually sleeping all the time first, and they used to wake up later on. But in the beginning, they would sleep. It was in the Champions League, but they were lucky that teams couldn't finish them. But anyway, that's the stream, guys. Like the vid. Thank you very much, Kimba. Thank you very much, Hong. Thank you very much, Pablo. Veda Games, Don't Smoke, and Carl. Oh, go ahead, Kimba. You want to say something?
No, I was just going to say looking forward to it, and then see you guys, whoever comes on at the after show or the post show for sure. Looking forward to it. So see you guys later then.
I appreciate it. Yes. I don't know if Veda will be available. I don't know if we'll see if we will be available. Then we can do one, or we can do one tomorrow. To be honest.
No, if you do one tonight, I could be there. I won't be in studio, but I'll be there.
Okay, great. Okay. Okay, see you then.
Okay.
Goodbye then.